So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage our second contestant for tonight. Our second contestant is Toastmaster Ersin Oztoycan. Her speech title is, If Only You Knew. If Only You Knew. Toastmaster Ersin Oztoycan.
Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. I think I've developed OCD since becoming a Toastmaster, obsessive-compulsive disorder, because whenever I'm going to give a speech or take on a role at the club, I feel the need to practice. But I feel the need to practice obsessively. And if I don't feel that I'm ready, I feel like I need to take a sedative before I can even say, welcome. Now, I've been a Toastmaster for almost 3 years, but it's just not getting any better. As a matter of fact, it's getting worse. I just don't know how you guys do it. So today, I've prepared a small analysis of my situation in the hope that maybe you guys can help me out. Now, writing a speech is no problem for me. I can write a speech in no time. I can hear some of you saying, well, that's half the problem. Oh no, that's when it all begins. Because there are so many things you need to remember as a Toastmaster. For example, you need to remember to shake the hand of the Toastmaster when you arrive at the lectern. You need to remember how to address your fellow Toastmasters and guests. You need to remember to shake the hand of the Toastmaster when you leave the lectern. You need to know about parliamentary procedures. Before I joined Toastmasters, I thought passing a motion was something you did in the toilet. Now, I still haven't touched upon the issue of practicing. Now, I need to know my speech inside out, back to front. So that means I need to practice day and night. Now, last week, I got in the car and somebody was speaking, and I thought, I nearly jumped out of my seat because I nearly jumped out of my seat because I didn't realise that it was me actually reciting my speech. I go to the office, and then I go to the office, and I'm sitting in a meeting, and I completely forget about what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm too busy reciting my speech in my head to take notice of anything that's going on around me. Now, then, there's the issue of video recording. Now, I video myself giving my speech regularly. Well, at least 10 times a week. And then I spend hours going through each of those videos and beating myself up on what I did and didn't do correctly. So that means I need to do another take. Every minute of the day is valuable practice time for me. Thank God for smartphones, because now I can sit on the toilet and research famous quotes. Here's one for OCD. Stop being afraid of what could go wrong and start feeling positive about what could go right. Well, they've obviously never heard of table topics. Table topics, impromptu speaking with no preparation or practice whatsoever. Are you kidding me? I have spent hours researching how to respond to a table topics question on YouTube. Here's one of the tips that I saw recently. Say the first thing that comes into your head. That's the problem. Nothing comes into my head. So, what are you supposed to do? So now I resort back to my childhood tactics. My childhood tactics are, when I was young, I would sit in the class and avoid eye contact with my teacher because I didn't want her to ask me to stand up and read in front of everyone. So now, when I go to a Toastmasters meeting and I hear them mention table topics,
I freeze. I literally freeze in my seat and I focus on one point and one point only. I stare into outer space. I'm not there. I can still see from the corner of my eye the table topics master standing up and getting ready to scan the room for one of his victims. Is all I can hear in my ear is the theme music of Jaws. Dun, 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 dun. He's staring right at me, but I'm still in outer space. And he's looking, and then all of a sudden, he moves on. Dun, 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 dun. Because he thinks, I better not ask Ersin. She's not in a good place. He's right. I was too busy having a hot flash and palpitations. But seriously, everything about Toastmasters for me means practice. And that includes giving a speech or taking on a role at the club. For example, Toastmaster of the evening, I need to practice. General evaluator, I need to practice. Table topics master, I need to practice. Grammarian, I need to practice. Recently, I was asked to take on the role of presiding president. I nearly had a panic attack. I was like a 2-year-old child at home. No, 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 no. I can't do it. No, no, no. I'm not, no, no. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. I did take on the role of presiding president, but if only you knew. Contest chair.